One of the toughest jobs anyone can have in their life is being a parent. And while I'm not a parent myself, I have learned a few things from the various father figures and mother figures in my life. You know, being there for your child, helping them out when they fall, giving them good guidance in life without being too pushy. But most importantly, making sure they have a totally balanced breakfast. So I might recommend Mini Wheats, the cereal of choice for gamers and gamers alike. Mini Wheats. Now, why do people hate on Mini Wheats? It's such a good cereal. It's nice, big, it's nice and flavorful without being too sweet, and it absorbs the milk while still retaining its shape without getting too soggy. Anyway, this has nothing to do with Yakuza, but last week we talked about Yakuza. I only talked about the some of the mini games and the combats, but here I'm finishing the job. This is part 2 of my Yakuza 6 review, and there will be some spoilers in this review, but I will note when the major spoilers come. So, kick back, relax, get your favorite bowl of Mini Wheats, and let's enjoy the show. Once you think you're out, they pull you back in, am I right, Kiryu-chan? The other thing Yakuza does right besides slamming someone's head into a car is the story. And indeed, the story in Yakuza 6 is pretty good, if not a bit ridiculous. To keep it brief, Kiryu's objective is to find the father of Haruka's baby, Haruto, and the hunt leads him to Onomichi in Hiroshima, where he meets the Hirose family. Through a long and needlessly complex series of events and cutscenes, we find that the Sayo Triads and the Korean Mafia are all gunning against the Tojo clan for control of Kamurocho. Now, that wouldn't be a big problem for Kiryu as he's out of that life, but since these guys are gunning for Haruka and Haruto, they all have to face the wrath of the Dragon of Dojima. Initially, I thought the plot was kind of unengaging as Kiryu isn't directly involved in the conflict over Kamurocho, but as the plot unfolds and secrets get unveiled, I found myself gripped to my PlayStation 4 controller, though I often had to put my PlayStation 4 controller down to watch these cutscenes. And indeed, the cutscenes are really nice and long, with some top-notch voice acting and facial animation. It's as close as you can get to watching a movie without watching a movie. You'll laugh, you'll cry, though it does do that one thing where a character does something stupid, like really stupid, and creates a bunch of unneeded drama and conflict because of impulsiveness. And I hate that trope, like, ugh, just think things through, lad. At least it's satisfying to beat the sense of that character. And I understand this is the final story in Kiryu's saga, but it would have been nice to have at least one more hurrah with all the other characters. Akiyama gets some screen time, and Date is always there as Kiryu's reliable friend, but previous characters are barely around. Worst is Saejima and Majima, who we see in the opening but are hardly mentioned after that. It would have been nice to see them send off Kiryu one last time before he passes the torch. At least Haruka has a reason to be out of the picture. She's in a coma. Some missions, or side quests if you so prefer, are here again, and they play out like they did back at Zero and Kiwami. You meet a character, Kiryu helps them out, Kiryu suplexes someone, and lessons are learned. See, these are the side missions that I like. They have a nice beginning, middle, and end, with characters that you would have ignored otherwise. None of that find 20 bare asses shit or go kill the rabbit bunny in the pipeline things from Soldier number 12 and Colony number 9. Yeah, I personally prefer these short contained stories, and they'll either make you laugh, cry, or give you that warm feeling like you're watching the Hallmark Channel. Though Yakuza 6 is mostly focused on that last feeling. There aren't too many ridiculous side missions like there were in Zero, though there is one where Kiryu has to dress up as a mascot, and that one's pretty funny. Dang, Kiryu just broke that dude's jaw while in the Onomichi outfit, and the kids are going, yay, violence, yay, Onomichi. Well, here's the thing though, I would normally condemn Kiryu for thinking violence is an answer, but you know what? That's how we do it in these streets of Onomichi, even though I live in Fukui. Some of the side games are way more involved this time around. Zero had Kiryu's real estate agency, and Majima had the cabaret club. 6 has the clan creator and the hostess club dating sims in Kamurocho, and in Onomichi you have baseball management, spearfishing, and the Japanese version of Cheers. While these are still side games, they all have enough content to make games in their own right. But the only one I got to finish was the main story of the clan creator, where I got to fight Kazuchika Okada in the streets, and spearfishing where I killed Jaws. Not the first Jaws, it would be more like Jaws 2 or whatever shitty shark movies are out there, which just happens to be all the shark movies that aren't named Jaws. A problem you have with having so much content and such different styles of games out there, unless you're a hardcore professional or you have no job, there's no way each game is going to appeal to everyone, nor will everyone have the skills necessary to clear all the mini-games. Thankfully, each game is reasonably easy and doesn't take too long to do unless you really want to sink your time into some of these massive mini-games. Really, fam, your awesome power is playing shittier in clutch situations. Now personally, I like spearfishing and clan creator, and hanging out at the bar was a lot of fun, but I could not get into baseball management. There's a market for it, but it ain't for me. Alright everybody, this is it. This is the spoiler part of my review of Yakuza 6. If you don't want to know the ending for the game, go to this timestamp right here, and you'll be out of the spoiler zone, alright? I'm warning you, this is your last chance to bail out now. Okay? You ready? Because here they come spoilers! The final boss is a bit of a letdown. Getting to the final boss is fun, but the final boss, the big send-off to Kazuma Kiryu's 10-year journey, is this douchebag with a salaryman haircut. He serves as nothing but a guy to hate without any sort of complexity to him. It is fun and very cathartic to beat the shit out of him, but he's a really lame boss to end Kiryu's story on. It would have been more fitting to see someone like, I don't know, Hirose or Somea as Kiryu's final opponent, or hell, even work Majima in there as Kiryu's final test with his rival. Just something different other than this freaking pencil pusher who wants nothing more than to get out of the 9 to 10 lifestyle by ruining his own career and getting nothing out of the whole endeavor other than a bunch of pink slips and fat lips to show for it. And by the way, the end where Kiryu has to fake his own death, that was also a cop-out, just saying. All complaints aside, I love Yakuza 6. The whole time I was playing, I really felt like I was in the shoes of Kiryu, enjoying the vices of Kamurocho and the simplicity of Onomichi. As someone who spent a good portion of their life in Japan, I felt a deeper connection to Yakuza 6 than most probably do. My own experiences of Japan in life reflected in the game, minus the stabbing of someone then racking another person on a post light. That doesn't happen to me. Yakuza 6 really does live up to its subtitle of Song of Life. For the past 10 years, players have been living in the shoes of Kazuma Kiryu, the Dragon of Dojima, the 4th chairman, showing us all how to live our lives to the fullest without giving up our morals. And for the closing number for Kiryu's saga, he goes out on a pretty good note. Yakuza 6 Song of Life is a fantastic game, and the journey of Kiryu's saga has been a blast to live through. Not so much the ending, but everything else was top shelf stuff. My final verdict for Yakuza 6 Song of Life is a 9 out of 10. Definitely a must play for your PlayStation 4 this year. I highly recommend it, and even if you haven't played the previous Yakuza games, this is still a worthy checkout for your PS4. And what a poorly timed one at that, because the other big dad simulator of 2018, God of War, just came out too, and I think more people are talking about that in Yakuza, unfortunately. Ooh. But you know what? God of War doesn't have Space Harrier, it doesn't have Outrun, it doesn't have Virtua Fighter 5, it doesn't have a baseball simulator, it doesn't have a bar in there. So you know what? If you want all that stuff, you gotta get Yakuza 6. I do want to play a new God of War though, it looks really interesting. As for the Yakuza franchise, it's far from done. We're getting a remake of the second game in the franchise coming out in the West this year, Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is based off the Yakuza 6 engine. And there's also a spin-off game of Fist of the North Star Hokuto ga Kotoku out here in Japan, and hopefully that will get localized in the West too. That'd be really nice. And there's also a new series in development with a new protagonist known as Ichiban Kusaga, if I'm not mistaken, called Shin Ryuga Gotoku, and hopefully we'll learn more about that this year at TGS. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you thought about this video and about Yakuza 6 in the comments. And I'm going to go actually put milk on my mini wheats. I didn't do this for this review so they wouldn't get soggy. I really like mini wheats. My mom sent these to me. Yeah, I love me some cereal. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for a new episode of The ZMan Show. Later everybody.